with this video, I'm giving you 10 tips for your first time at the masjid so you can be better prepared. Let's go. Going to the mosque is required of you as a Muslim. Allah says in the Quran that the blessed day of Jumu'ah, the day of Friday prayer, is so important you should leave work to attend. So that being said, as a new Muslim, as a revert, or as somebody who is just visiting the masjid for the first time, it can be a little daunting. Like, what do you expect? What are they going to say? What are they going to think? All these thoughts were going through my head too. That's why it took me 1.5 years to go to the mosque for the first time. So my first tip is going to be call the imam, make an appointment to meet, or just stop by, talk to him. So if you're a new Muslim, you're still learning how to pray, he'll be able to show you the proper way to pray. If you're a non-Muslim, he'll be able to set something up where you can sit in on a prayer and observe if that's what you're intending to do. But either way, this can make things a little easier if you just go speak with the imam first. Number 2, look up prayer times and arrive early. The prayer times are constantly changing, depending on the day, the seasons, everything, even your location where you live. So look up those prayer times, arrive early for the prayer that you're intending to attend. That prayer, look that one up. If it's the day of Jumu'ah, it would be Dhuhr time on a Friday. So there you go. Number 3, put your phone on silent before you even go in. Just make sure it's not a disturbance. Number 4, dress modestly. This is going to vary slightly for men and women. You just want to make sure that your clothes are loose-fitting and tasteful. You know, don't have to be overly baggy, but they shouldn't be skin tight either. For women, you're going to need to be covered, your legs, your arms, and you're going to need to wear a head covering. For men, no shorts. You got to be long pants, not dragging on the ground either. They got to hit above the ankle or at the ankle so you're not stepping on them. And best thing I can tell you is like khakis and a polo, you know, business casual, like you're going to play golf or something like that, you know. You don't want to have anything with an offensive slogan on it or something that's distasteful, like a graphic on your t-shirt or anything like that. But, you know, it's going to vary, but you can't go wrong with khakis and a polo. So in addition to dressing modestly, one big tip I can give you is go through the positions of your prayer in the outfit you intend to wear before you go. So what do I mean by that? So you're going to have to go into sujood and to ruku. Whatever you're intending to wear, just try it out at home. Try bowing, you know, are your pants too tight? Are you going to be showing anything you don't want to show? When you go into sujood, like, are you going to break out the back of your shirt? These are things that you can test at home before you even go. Number 5, remove your shoes. So a shoe rack is one of the first things that you're going to see when you go into the mosque. General rule of thumb though, you just want to keep this one in mind. If you hit carpet, you went too far. Your shoes should not be on when you're walking on carpet. So if you see carpet, remove your shoes. That way, it'll be good. You know, like I said, one of the first things that you should see when you enter the mosque is going to be a shoe rack. Number 6, place for wudu. So you can make wudu at home, and then you won't even have to at the masjid. When you go in, depending on where you live and how your mosque is set up, a lot of places in America, the mosque is a repurposed community center or a former church. They're going to have separate bathrooms. You can go to the bathroom and make wudu. In the East or countries where Islam is more prevalent, you might have a mosque where when you enter, you have to go through the wudu station, through the wudu area to even get to where you're going to pray. So it all depends. There should be appropriate signage. And if there's no signage, you can ask somebody. Number 7, separate areas for men and women. So that way no one's distracted during prayer. So men are typically going to be in the front of the mosque. Women are going to be in the back. If there's no signage, sometimes there's separate entrances. There'll be a separate entrance for men, separate entrance for women. If you're unsure, you can always ask somebody. There should be signage. If not, there's an area for you regardless. Number 8, responding to greetings. So when somebody greets you, assalamu alaikum, you say wa alaikum salam. And that's pretty much the extent of the Arabic you're going to need to know going into the masjid. Islam tells us when somebody greets you, greet them with a like greeting or one that's better. So what I just told you is probably going to be the extent of the Arabic that will be spoken to you at the mosque. So, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. You can take it a little bit further than that, but just don't ignore people when they greet you. Number 9, no food and drink. Leave it at home. And number 10, ask questions. When the time is appropriate. That's the caveat here. When the time is appropriate, ask questions. Appropriate time would be before the prayer and the proceedings start, and then afterwards. Don't interrupt things as they're taking place. Either way, ask questions at the right times. And there you go. There's my 10 tips for your first time at the mosque. Whether you're a new Muslim, somebody who's just visiting and wants to learn more, or you've been a Muslim for a little bit and this is just your first time going, like me. I hope these tips can make you better prepared, more comfortable, less anxious. I wish you best of luck on your first time at the mosque. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. For men, no shorts. Stop all problems right there. You know how it is. It's a lot of places you gotta go that you have to have. That way, it's all good. Best thing I can tell you, man, is if you got polos and polos.